I tend to see this idea that the elements of the world, and that's what we were in bondage to the elements of the world, as a type of cause and effect. This principle has helped me to understand many grand theological concepts like free will and why evil exists in the world. And I view it in one sense like the laws of nature, constants like gravity, thermodynamics, matter, and energy. And they're all kind of like the backbone to cause and effect. They are the reason that if you put your hand on the stove, it's going to get burnt. It's just going to happen because those principles exist. And there's nothing you can kind of do about that. That's just the way from like the moment of the Big Bang hit. It's just like those.
That's just how it is, man. You know.
Right. Yeah. And so they've been more or less the same since God created them, and they're just going. They're running constantly, and He knows everything about them in detail. Probably more than things like thermodynamics. There's probably other spinning causes and effects that are just true and always will continue to be true. But I think in one sense, this is why God calls certain things sin, because they symbolically burn us like a child's hand on a stove, and they keep us from joy and health and right relationship with Him. He, having created these elements, knows that if we put our hands on a hot stove, it will get burnt. He called those things sin. And we may continue to rebel against these rules, but we will continue to be in bondage to the laws that make it a bad idea. So if you think about it for a while, you will hopefully see that all the things that we call sin lead to unhappiness, eventually to destruction of some type when it's fully bloomed. Understanding this will help you to stop looking at sin as something good that God doesn't want you to do, which is what Satan always tells us about sin. But rather you'll start to look at it as something that a good God is warning us against, because He loves us and wants us to have lives full of joy and not destruction. And really that to me also makes great sense in really, why there is, evil in the world too. I mean, these systems are spinning and they're going, as a constant, and they actually are necessary to exist in order for free will to exist. I kind of look at it sometimes like God created a very interesting thing with man, which was different than anything else. He created individuals that, He gave the opportunity to choose to love Him or choose to reject Him. In doing that, it became absolutely imperative. The only way that could work to give them true free will was to put them in a closed system that had cause and effect, and that kind of really makes it all make sense to me. But yeah, that's all I have for that one.